Modern facelift techniques, such as the one we offer, which we call the Look Fabulous Now lift, have just one of these win-win-win scenarios. The first win is that you don't need to have general anesthesia. You don't need hours in the operating room. You can have a real, legitimate recontouring of your neck, your jawline, a refreshed look to the face. Not too tight, just better, enhanced. Looking like you still, but maybe with a little less mileage on there. You can have that within a couple of hours. I mean, walk in and walk out. All dissolvable, absorbable sutures, no sutures to remove. A recovery, yeah, there's going to be a recovery of maybe a day or two of some swelling, maybe 2 or 3 days of some very, very mild bruising, if at all. By the end of the week, you should be very comfortable being out in public. Most people are. Looking better? Not quite perfect yet. A few little things to settle in, but for the most part, feeling comfortable about going about in public. And you had a facelift. This is unheard of. But in 2015, this is now the standard. This is what people should expect. To be able to have a pleasant journey with great results, long-lasting results, a brief recovery, a non-painful recovery, really. Of course, the first day people are swollen, they're not so happy, but it's not really a painful recovery, no. And, I think the Look Fabulous Now lift is really emblematic of a lot of things we do, which are people should know they can get great natural-looking results, but have a pleasant experience on the way to get it. That's what you want, and it's possible. That Look Fabulous Now lift is terrific. I've done a very large number of them for people and offered them to people who otherwise probably wouldn't have had this type of procedure because they were scared about things like the recovery, the pain, or even the cost. Because one of the other ways you save on this procedure is cost, because it's a shorter operation and it's done in a much more sophisticated way. You would think you would have to pay more, but because it's shorter in time, which is the basis for how most charges work, how long things take, there's tremendous cost savings there too. So the Look Fabulous Now lift is a wonderful way to look better, feel better, have a refreshed look, preserve your identity, and not go through a huge harangue. It just isn't like that anymore. It's wonderful.